A landfill proposal where one could be built that has people who live in that area filled with anger. An NFL star who started his football career in Daphne announces he is retiring. Plus, an arrest after a threat targeting a Mobile County public high school. This is News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
I'm Sheriff Lombard. Thank you all so much for joining us for News 5 Now. We do this every day at 5:30. We bring you the 5 big stories of the day. Also, get your answers to the News 5 Now question of the day and poll of the day. So we will start, as always, counting down our big stories. Number 5, a landfill proposal in Irvington has people who live nearby filled with fury. If things move forward, the landfill would be built right off County Road 39 across the street from the Love's travel stop. Mobile County Commissioners plan to hold a public hearing on April 14th before a vote on the project. Number 4, former Daphne High School star Michael Pierce is retiring from the National Football League. The 32-year-old defensive tackle made that announcement today after spending 9 years in the NFL between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Pierce says he is satisfied with where he is in his career. Number 3, a Mobile woman is behind bars accused of making threats surrounding the Trinity Gardens Heritage Parade. Police say they got a tip about videos posted online where they say 28-year-old Deshaun Davis threatened retaliation against someone who was going to be at the parade. Officers say they did keep an eye on her that day to make sure she didn't act, then arrested her after it was over. She is charged with making a terrorist threat. Number 2, a gunfire exchange at a park in Mobile in the middle of the afternoon, and the police chief says he is frustrated and disgusted and intends to find who's responsible. Officers say they found 3 cars hit by bullets at Municipal Langen Park just after 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Someone was in one of those cars, but investigators tell us that person is not hurt. The chief says he's thankful none of the families who were out enjoying the weather and the park are injured. Number 1, an 18-year-old Davison High School student arrested for allegedly making a threat against the school. This is senior Braden Cade. He was arrested early this morning at his home after police say they tied him to that threat made on social media. Those are your 5 big stories of the day, and now we move on to the question of the day. This is where you go to the WKRG Facebook page and answer this question, which today is, should the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments expand beyond 68 teams? Here's what you're saying. Betty says no. Tom says absolutely no. Lynn says half the field doesn't even belong now. Dale says just like football, 12 teams are too many. Basketball, 68 teams too many. Chris says take it off TV. Andrew has a little Looney Tune. Bugs Bunny counting money, says the NCAA when they think about expanding. Jared says no. David says nope. Jeffrey says no. Brian says no. Donnie, no. Matthew, no. You kind of get the gist of where everybody seems to be going here with this question. So now the poll of the day. Oh boy, I keep putting this off. I don't even know why I put it off, but we're asking about your taxes. Yes, it is tax season. Have you filed your taxes yet? 36% of you say yes. 64 of us are in the same boat. 64%, I should say, not quite yet. Planning to do that this weekend. Maybe you are planning to do the same thing. So we can go ahead and talk about our next poll of the day and question of the day. Question is, what is one TV show you think ended too soon? And your vote is needed in the next Facebook poll. Do you plan to take one of those cruises now being offered to get a closer look at the SS United States in the Port of Mobile before it becomes the world's largest artificial reef? I don't know about you, but if you've passed it on I-10 in the downtown Mobile area and you've looked over, you want to go inside. Oh my gosh, I would love to go inside now. Interior tours are not being offered, unfortunately, but you can take one of a couple of cruises being offered where you can get a little closer than we can get right now. But an incredible ship, so much history, take a little time when you get a chance and look up the history of the ship that carried celebrities, 990 feet long, 100 feet longer than the Titanic. And when you look over, it does look very much like the Titanic. It is just stunning piece of work that is expected to be in Mobile to be stripped of hazardous materials for 6 months to a year. Then it's going to be taken right off the coast of Destin Fort Walton to be sunk and again become the world's largest artificial reef. I may have to take up diving. I do want to see it so badly. Thank you all so much for being here with us as always. And this is a spot tomorrow, same time, 5:30, where we will do News 5 Now again. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Great night. Hope you'll join us for WKRG News 5 at 6:30, then our sister station, Channel 55.1, for your 9 o'clock local news, then WKRG News 5 at 10. Stay safe, stay positive, everybody. Bye.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.